Patrick Beverly is one of the latest talking heads to have something to say about the Cleveland Cavaliers, and this one really got to me. I really don't like and can't believe what he said about the Cavs and what he said about Darius Garland. Hey everybody, welcome back to Cavs Digest. Excited to have you on the channel watching. We now have 2,000 subscribers on this channel. Appreciate everybody who is tuned in watching, whether it be one video or 100 videos, whether you've been watching since the beginning or found us last week. If you haven't subscribed, jump in, make sure you do so. Every single week, something's happening with the Cavaliers. Honestly, when I started this channel, when I jumped in with this channel on Digest Media, I did not think the Cavs would have such a busy year. Not only are the accomplishments they've had, but the drama around it. I mean, started with Donovan Mitchell not getting on Team USA, trades, contract extensions, this, that, and the other. I mean, we've had a really, really great time on this channel, and as the playoffs approach, it looks like we're going to have even more. So I appreciate everybody who has subscribed. If you have not subscribed, be sure to do so. We have a lot to talk about today. The Pat Bev pod, I love seeing the clips from it. I'm a Barstool fan. I like a lot of the stuff Barstool does. I like Roan, who's the co-host of it with Pat Bev. I usually like Pat Bev. I think he's funny. I think he has a unique take on things, but I think he was the latest, let me jump in on bashing the Cavs. Let me tell you the truth about the Cavs. Everybody seems to have the real scoop on the Cavaliers, even though, which we'll get to, Pat Bev hasn't played them this year. We'll get to that in just a second. This is a big video where I need you down in the comments. Let me know what you think, how you feel about not only what he said, but about Pat Bev and other things. So, listen, I think it's been a big year for Darius Garland. I think he's had a really great year. We're going to jump into the slam cover stuff later. Garland's bounced back from his injury, all-star, shooting well, had some really great moments on both sides of the ball for the Cavaliers. And Pat Bev kind of singled him out in this video, which we'll watch in just a second. We're also going to talk narratives. We keep hearing the same ones over and over and over again. Can't stand them anymore. There's a few I don't like. We'll jump into that. And then, of course, the Cavaliers broke their losing streak finally. 4 games. How did they lose 4 games? Oh, that's right. Every NBA team loses 4 games at some point in the year. The Cavs are just such overachievers that they couldn't quite handle it. Really great stuff for the Cavs to bounce back, get it done in Utah with a team effort, mind you. Not Donovan Mitchell feeling like he needed to show up and show out. Just what they'd done all season coming back into the light. But I want to start out with this clip from the Pat Bev podcast talking about his thoughts on the Cavaliers.
Can the Cleveland Cavaliers do it?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Why?
No one's afraid of them. And I love this player to death. If Darius Garland can step up and be Darius Garland every single game in the playoffs, they're going to win. The minute he chooses not to take defense serious, they're going to lose. The minute Donovan Mitchell doesn't take defense serious and depends on those big motherfuckers to challenge everything at the rim and put them in foul trouble, they're going to lose. That's my only issue with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Defense wins championships. Offense sells tickets.
So again, I want to mention, I like Pat Bev. I actually think he's an interesting dude and has a fresh take on the NBA, and it seems like other players kind of like him and have a good feel for him. Let's start with the first thing here. Nobody fears the Cavaliers, he says. Nobody's afraid of them. This is hand in hand, for me, a storyline and a narrative I'm sick of hearing with they don't have enough playoff experience. So, again, if you haven't heard me talk about it on this channel before, it's been said here the Cavs don't have enough playoff experience. They don't have enough experience. Shaq said it. A couple other people have said it. You don't have the experience till you do. It's not like the Warriors naturally, oh, yes, there's an amount of time you must spend in the playoffs before you become a champion. That's how it works. You must lose in the first round, second round, third round, then finally get over. Teams win at different points. They finally break through. Guys get hurt on the other side of the aisle. Things happen for you. You face a young team. You face an old team. There's not a natural thing here. There's not a ladder you're climbing. You just break through at some point. Things happen for you, whether that be within your own team or an opponent you face. Hate that narrative. Nobody fears the Cavaliers. Who is feared? What team do people fear in the NBA? Boston? Was Boston a feared team? Because I realized, again, up until last year when they randomly broke through, by the way, with a lot of injuries to help them, I don't remember Boston. Boston was known as chokers, not known as feared. Nobody feared them. Even Jokic, I mean, he's got the brothers that are security guards. He causes. I don't know that people say people fear Jokic. Embiid won an MVP. Nobody said they feared him. Jimmy Butler, scrappy, going to the NBA Finals, carrying his team there. Never heard feared. And what would it take to be feared? I hate this narrative. What would it take to be feared? Would it be getting in some sort of wrestling match? Oh, that's right. Mitchell and Dylan Brooks got into one. The Cavs just got into another one with Memphis not too long ago. What does it take to be feared? I guess I don't really understand. A malice at the palace? Is that what Cleveland needs to do? Is cause some sort of issue at Rocket Arena? Rocket and the Rocket? I don't know what to say that would make the Cavaliers feared. Would it just be absolutely smothering teams, knocking down threes? Oh, that's right. They've done that all season long. Would it be defense in the clutch? Evan Mobley, nice to meet you. Jarrett Allen, nice to meet you. They've done that all year long. Would it be multiple All-Stars? They've got them. What would it take to be feared? Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think that narrative means when people say the Cavs aren't feared. Would winning a title make them feared? I don't know that narrative. I don't really appreciate that. I don't love that one. That drives me a little nuts. Now the other one. Darius Garland's having a tremendous year. To single out Darius Garland drove me nuts. To act like Darius Garland is the true issue, that he's only doing it on one end. Pat Bev doesn't know what Darius Garland does on the defensive end. And you guys want to know why? Pat Bev doesn't play in the NBA anymore. He got a $4 million deal to play overseas. Came back, said, I'm ready to play in the NBA when I get an offer. Got no offer. Has not gotten an offer to play in the NBA. No team is interested in adding him this late in the year, as they weren't interested in adding him before the year. He has not watched Darius Garland play defense the way we have on Jason Tatum, on Jaylen Brown. Maybe not always to an ultimate lockdown defense-esque situation, but in a sense, he has put in the effort, and Pat Bev acts like all he's concerned about is offense. He's got no choice. He's getting bashed in the face all the time. He has to pay attention on defense. Otherwise, he's going to lose his jaw again. Again, this is a good example of somebody who doesn't watch the NBA, doesn't watch the best team in the NBA enough, making an inference about Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. He mentions Mitchell, too, defensively. Oh, they just send their guys down low. Yeah, I would switch and send my guy to Evan Mobley, too. A new level of Evan Mobley. Again, I don't think you're getting a guy that watches the NBA. He ousts Garland, probably from matchups they've had in the past, which is understandable. Garland's had quite the journey in the NBA. We've got a guy who isn't in the NBA anymore, hasn't clearly watched it, talking about what other teams think about the Cavaliers. Unbelievable. Drop down in the comments. Can you believe Pat Bev, what he's saying about the Cavs, the narrative of the Cavs not being feared, being soft? Why Darius Garland? Why is he being outed? All that and more. Cavs Digest. Appreciate it if you drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think. We want to hear from you.